Hallo zurück, wir sind hier bei der allerletzten Band des Abends. Was war das bisher für eine Unterhaltung, ein Entertainment, Chaos kann man fast sagen. Das ist zwar die letzte Band, die ich heute interviewen werde, aber mit Sicherheit nicht die schlechteste, würde ich jetzt einfach mal sagen. Vielleicht sogar die beste, das müsst ihr dann später entscheiden. Jetzt auf jeden Fall erstmal herzlich willkommen, Blondage. Hi guys.
Hallo.
How are you? Hello.
Yeah.
You had a safe journey here to Germany?
Yeah, we were supposed to switch between driving, but Pernille was rather tired, so I ended up taking most of the ride. But it was fine.
It wasn't safe. I told him to.
She shouldn't drive today.
No.
But it's almost like that, you know. It's almost that the boy wants to drive all the time, no?
I definitely enjoy driving more than Pernille does.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I've always liked driving. I think it's because when I took my driver's test, the first time I ever took a long drive with the teacher and stuff, there was like 10 centimeters of snow. I had to go into the inner city, and I felt like I made it through that. So after that, everything seemed easy. I kind of feel like that was a really good start because I didn't fuck up that.
Yeah, you
that
were
time.
thrown in the cold water, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But who's the better driver of you guys? Who's the safer driver?
I think you're safer because you're like more calm.
Yeah.
But I am a pretty good driver.
You're a good driver. Nothing has ever happened.
No accident at all?
Only tiny, like in my parents' driveway. Once.
Yeah, I did this as well. So
you know,
that's not an accident.
backing out. Oops.
Yeah. Nobody was hurt, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, last time we were in Hamburg, I reversed into a car while parking.
Oh fuck!
And we had to go, so I left a note.
Like sorry.
Yes, and also my email and stuff, so we could figure stuff out. But whoever it was never wrote me back.
Oh, okay.
But
so maybe the
was
police.
Kind of lucky.
The police searched for you. Like
it was a minor dent, but I was super scared getting back to Hamburg.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will call the police later, right? Yeah,
Please don't.
Of course. So our viewers are not that, probably some of them, but they are not that like music experts. So maybe you can say in a few words what kind of music do you do?
We make weird electronic pop music.
Weird sounds good.
Yeah. So it's like I basically think that everyone would like it if they took just a tiny bit of time to get into our universe. It's because we love putting a lot of vocal hooks into our songs, but once in a while we like the instrumentals to be kind of weird as well. And then it's definitely club-based, so it has that club vibe going. Whether it's a slower song or a faster song, we really love the physicality of a song where it sort of beats you in the chest and wants you to have a good time.
But do you really want everybody to love your music?
No, definitely not. It's not that everyone
we
has
want the
to.
right people to love our music.
But I feel like it doesn't matter if you're into only pop music or you only listen to like slow R&B or rock. I feel like there are people who listen to any kind of music that would be able to find the good thing in our music.
Yeah, you said you started your trip today at 8 in the morning. What was the music you heard during your trip?
Okay. Actually, it's kind of funny because we were so hungover yesterday after a release party. We just released an EP last week.
Yeah,
so we had a party, and then yesterday we had to go sign them because some people pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
And we actually drove by car, and then the only CD in there was
it was Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses, yeah.
Appetite for Destruction. It's because we drive an old
funny.
car. We share an old car with some other guys, and it only has a CD player. So no Bluetooth, no AUX.
Okay.
So we can't really choose what we want to hear. So often it's just radio. And today, because Pernille had to try to sleep, I was just listening to like boring talk radio.
But the first thing that came on, the speakers at 8:30 in the morning was Guns N' Roses.
Paradise City. I think it was Paradise City. So Axl Rose really got us up today.
Yeah.
Maybe that influenced you for the whole day, right?
Yeah.
So you're totally Guns N' Roses.
Insane show tonight.
Today.
I'm gonna channel Axl Rose and get a bandana and put it on.
But sometimes if you travel through countries with your car and you have to listen to the radio, you probably will listen to some German music as well, some other countries' music. Do you like other countries' music, or do you just listen to American stuff and English stuff?
I guess we have to be honest and say that we don't really listen to German music.
No, it's difficult. I mean, in Denmark, it's pretty difficult to come by.
It's not really being played on the radio, and we don't know that many German acts.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, mostly, of course, like pretty much everybody else in the world, it's mostly American and English music that we listen to. But then we have a big love for world music. So, but then it's more exotic than Germany, no offense, but then it's going to be like
I'm not a big fan of German music.
African music, or it's going to be like weird Indonesian music, or Indian stuff. Because whenever you sort of like run dry of inspiration, it's amazing to visit like a completely different musical universe where even like the notes that they use are just completely different. The sounds, the instruments. So once in a while, when we're fed up with like Western music, we dive into that world.
I totally can understand that. Yeah. Why did you say Indonesian? Have you ever been to Indonesia?
No, we've been to Thailand, and you've been to Laos, right?
Yeah, I've been to Laos and Korea also.
So you travel a lot, you guys?
Yeah. I've been traveling a lot with backpack around the world, but it's a while ago. Now we've just been traveling so much with the band.
Yeah, of course.
And I mean,
I don't really feel the need to like go on a big world backpack tour when we are finally off from touring.
Yeah, I just came back from Bali and to Bali. I made just 2 weeks like holiday, also backpacking a little bit.
They have these cool dances.
Who
look so freaky.
Yeah, it's totally freaked me out as well. But I love the country.
We had a teacher at university where we met who he had like actually a little brain damage because I think he fell over on his bike or something. He was this very nice man, but he probably shouldn't have taught a university class anymore.
He was always talking about these Bali masks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he had a huge collection because it was like a side course in drama that we had there, and so we did these insane things with that guy where we had to pretend that, or actually I think we wore masks and then we had to do theater, and none of the other people in our class were theater people, so it was so awkward, but also extremely funny.
Yeah. That sounds fun, but I can totally understand that you don't want to travel right now because, as you said, you have to travel all the fucking time. What was the longest trip you ever took?
It was probably in America, right? Are you talking about touring or just
touring? Yeah.
Okay, touring.
Last year we had a back-to-back tour. I think we played. Was it like 40 shows in
45
shows
in 2.5 months or something like that?
Yeah, that was pretty insane. So I think we had 2 weeks where it was every night.
Yeah.
New city, and it was actually German tour in Eastern Europe, and we did part of it in a RV, like a van. So we didn't even stay at hotels
or something like that.
But it was a lot of fun to just do it all the way. Totally, yeah.
I kind of like it because when you've done it for 5 days straight, you sort of get into a trance of touring where it's just like that every day is going to be basically the same, and you just save all the energy you can while being in transport to actually playing the show at night, and it can be really fun. But it's also an extremely weird kind of living. It's almost zombie-like.
Yeah, I believe you. Yeah. What do you do to not to get exhausted? Do you have any tips?
I think the first thing is that you should never underestimate a concert. Like, if a concert goes well, then you can get by having a really uninteresting day on the road. But if you played a shit show the day before, then spending 8 hours in a car with the same guys and girls, then it's way tougher. So you really need to step up every time you play a concert, and we always try to do that. We're pretty happy about the fact that we never fall through when we play a concert. Sometimes we feel like it's better than other nights, but we never play bad shows because you just feel so.
I think it's just because we really like playing shows.
Yeah, we really like playing
enjoy it. So I guess it's worth all the hassle with traveling, and of course you can get exhausted, but it's always worth it when you have that peak hour at the end of the day, and then you go to bed really happy anyways. And forget about all that waiting. And
so you never bombed a show, right? Like what was the worst show?
I think maybe we had a couple of shows, but I think the good thing about our attitudes towards playing live shows is that fuck-ups and mistakes is not necessarily a bad thing.
That's a good attitude.
Like, if something goes wrong, then it's just really important to keep your energy high and just really try to connect to people, the audience, because the audiences are always so forgiving and so nice that if they can see you have a problem on stage, they will do anything they can to like pull you through. And
you never had a bad experience with the viewers?
No, I don't think we ever had like a boo or.
No, we definitely never had a boo.
Get a grip.
No, I hope people can tell that we're actually decent people.
Yeah.
And they don't want us to like feel super bad about ourselves. I don't know. That's never been an issue for us.
No.
But I guess it's just because people can see that we do our best.
Yeah.
And sometimes our best is better than other times. But, you know, we try we give it everything we have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you're focused and you're concentrated during the concert. And you said before that you're got to be a professional when you're nowadays when you're doing music. And sometimes people are too drunk on the stage, and then people maybe boo. But you never drink before going on stage.
No, we don't get drunk.
I never drink anything.
And
never ever. Like
very rarely.
Oh, okay.
I just
he means like before show.
Yeah, before show. Then I do afterwards.
Yeah. Okay. Afterwards you do. Okay, I see.
But not always. I mean, if you go on a tour and you have to play like we did last fall, you have to play so many shows. You get so bummed if you drink every day.
Yeah.
And I just
that's too much.
Yeah, you can't do that 2 weeks.
Also because I guess we all handle liquor differently. And I can't sleep if I go out to drink, I won't sleep for like 2 days. And that's a bad combination with traveling and...
If you get hammered, like the next day you're worth like €1.
Yeah.
You're worth nothing.
Less than €1.
Yeah.
That's way too much.
Yeah.
Tell us about the feeling when you're on when you're on tour, and tell us about the feeling of the last concert, when you're ready and finished with the last concert. How does that feel?
I remember when we played the last concert last year. Yeah, it felt kind of weird. It felt like we knew that'd be like a 4 months period of not touring. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's often the concert you enjoy the most. Or that ends up meaning the most, because it feels fresher in your memory than the other ones. Because if you play like 4 in a row, they sort of blend together a little bit. Yeah. But that last one, you just remember it better. And Brno, that was in Czech Republic. That was an amazing concert.
Yeah.
Because I felt like we could...
In Prague?
I think it's the second biggest city in Czech Republic. It's called Brno. B-R-N-O.
It has no vocals. It's a bit weird.
But so
of course.
it's a sound more than an actual word.
That's exactly how
like we could have dated every single one of the people in the crowd because they were in love with us. You know, that feeling where we could do nothing wrong.
Yeah.
And actually, that show went kind of wrong.
It did.
Your computer just like switched off.
Which is the only time that has ever happened. But then, so we had to take like a 5-minute break, and there was like no hard feelings, you know. They just picked up right where we were. Maybe it even made it a better concert.
That's so nice that you just had a good experience with the crowd, right? But maybe today this will change, right? You will be on stage like in
people
a couple
in Hamburg.
of minutes.
We've played him many times, and it's always been amazing.
Yeah, really?
We played Duckville and a lot of different venues around, and it's never been a bad audience.
Would you say it's a difference when you play in Hamburg and when you play in Roskilde or maybe in Denmark? Are the crowd is
I think
a big difference?
Hamburg together with Berlin and Vienna is quite the same as the feeling we have back in Copenhagen. It's very homey. Like we just have a fan base that's been with us from the beginning, and it feels very feels super relaxed and.
Yeah, I like the German audience.
Like, we know people.
Actually, I think I like the German audience a little bit better than the Danish. Because, I mean, there's like a warming up period. As soon as you start the show, then it's not the first song that's going to be the peak of the concert, you know. But in Denmark, it takes quite a while to get people warmed up. And I feel like in Germany, it happens like 1 or 2 songs earlier than in Denmark.
I think it's
often.
because in Germany you have such a strong like raving culture and electronic music is...
Raping? No.
No.
We have that as
I
well.
hope not. I hope not. We never experienced it yet.
Good for you guys.
That's why we never stay at the festival for too long. You never know.
Okay, guys, we don't have any time left, but it was a pleasure to have you. We are really looking forward to see you on the stage, like in 2 minutes, of course, later on. Wir werden jetzt gleich Blondage hier live auf der Bühne sehen und da wünschen wir euch auf jeden Fall schon mal viel Spaß. Guys, thanks for being here, guys.